Yo, Blunted, thank you for that follow. Geck, thank you for that follow. Good morning, Mistad. Good morning, Petite. Good morning, everybody, for joining me today. What up, human? It might be one of those Fridays, fam, where if you own a bunch of spot, if you bought above 4K, then just pack your bags. Just gotta be careful for like a squeeze or something. What did I do there? That sucks. I don't know what I did. What did I do? Uh, Yo, what up, everybody? For whatever reason, I fucked up my teal street. I don't know what I did. Honestly, I can only see a few candles, and really frustrating. Auto. There's usually like a refresh data. I don't understand that. All right, I'm not gonna fuck around with that right now because we got a lot to talk about, fam. All right, listen. Here's the lows. Definitely gonna be watching a sweep of that. I preferred if they had gotten that daily yesterday, that daily low. Had they gotten that daily low just a little bit lower, I wanted to see kind of this area tapped, right? You can see these wicks, and all we did was again, all we did was come down here and we basically tapped that line. It's fine for me, but I wanted a deeper wick. I wanted to test this wick. Obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't give me any confidence in a bounce. So I'm certainly going to watch the reaction at 40K, fam. Okay, maybe a shy below 40K. I'm definitely gonna watch that reaction. The fact is, we have a daily cross inbound, and it doesn't look great right now. It doesn't look great, fam. As far as like the macro picture goes, there's a bunch of alts just puking, obviously too. Back up, I guess. And here we're seeing a little reaction now. Let's see here. We go. We're seeing a nice little bounce. So, anyways, you can see right here, like we're kind of ranging, but I want to see a little bit deeper. This is fine for me, seeing this like little open market squeeze. We're 21 minutes into the open. All we've done is dump. We're gonna be kind of more or less tied to the S&P. Look at that. Here's the S&P open the last 5 minutes, dumperoo, and now a little pump, little squeeze there for late shorts. Kind of the same thing for Bitcoin. But the bigger picture here, fam, is honestly we got to breach this. Got to breach that 40.6. We got to breach the lows from yesterday. I want that wick at 40.187 tested. So exactly, like, we could get really close to that. We could touch that. We could sweep that level, and I'd be looking for longs on Bitcoin there. That's really the truth. My invalidation on that would probably be, I don't want to see us go below 39,950. I certainly wouldn't want us to go below that level. So, 39.9, certainly, like, again, we could wick below 40K. I don't want to see even $100 wick below 40K, to be honest. That would be, I'm honestly, I think, in my opinion, kind of more or less asking for an ass whooping. Oh fuck, I just realized my teal sheet's fixed. You're asking for an ass whooping. If you're trying to long this right now, typically from the top, right, we have some pretty massive corrections historically, and we're gonna go over that today. I think it's important to go over the macro and the history while just sitting here watching Bitcoin bleed. It doesn't look that great on Bitcoin. You go before we go over that macro picture. Look at this, fam. On the 8-hour, we clearly didn't have a bottom 8-hour. This isn't just a red candle, fam. This is a red candle with body. Okay, we're about an hour and 6 minutes away from the next 8-hour candle. If you don't think an 8-hour candle counts, if you use the 4-hour time frame, which surely counts, you better use the 8-hour. The 8-hour, there's 3 of them in a day. And again, we haven't closed the bottom here yet. It is tight. It's gonna be. It's that simple, right? You don't gotta overthink this at all, personally. But certainly, I don't think I like the reaction right now from Bitcoin. This is the area I want to test. In this zone right here below 40.3. But historically, Okay, historically speaking, all right, when we talk about kind of a top here, and let's go over the tops. We're just gonna go through, start with 19K over here, and then we'll work our way down, right? Even at 19K, right? Let's just talk about 19K, and we had a pretty big rejection there at 13.888. That was exactly the 2018 Open, believe it or not. So the 2018 Open was the retest, very close to like what we just did and saw. But you can see that the move to the bottom there was about 34%. And we're not talking about anything small in any capacity. This is a very volatile asset, and expect Bitcoin to act very volatile. Now, look, you could see, we had this nice wave here, up and down. We could certainly see something like that. Let's talk about where we are right now. That's 30%. So we're not even at the 30% mark. This 30% before we even saw this sweep. That's what we're looking for on Bitcoin. And if you, again, we can just kind of go through history and see how that works out for us. Right here, we'll just use this, right? We're not doing anything crazy, but there it is, 27.5%. We'll round up 30%. Will give us that before we made that right shoulder there. Again, this one obviously you can't really use in retrospect, but 39%. He averaged the two, 27 and 39%. That's definitely over 30% dip. This one kept dipping. All right, so this was the highs though of the bull run. That's a 52% correction, fam. That's that before a dead cat bounce. Really, that's pretty. I don't expect that. Okay, I'm not a bearish person. I'm not a dumbass. Okay, either at the same time. I'm sitting here just trying to simply trade this. Okay, I simply see that if we're gonna go, let's say we'll be conservative here. 28%, 30%. From top to bottom, we're not even this at set 37.5, which is what I'm calling for right now. 37.5. It's not even crazy to think about. That's assuming we don't get that bounce at 40K, right? We don't get that bounce at 40K. 37.5. That's not even 30%. That's not even 28%. So, if we're talking 30%, right there it is, fam. 34.5. That's pretty good level, I would say. Significant pivot historically. This is the point. It is the right around that 0.5 retracement. Excuse me. Have a little allergies going on. But yeah, so again, this is, we're not even close to a real correction yet from if this is the top, right? It may not be the top. Hold this 40K, we get a good bounce here. We can talk differently, but right now it don't look good, and it's not going to look good for, in my opinion, it's not going to look good for alts. Let's go over here to Solana. Solana does not look good. Could probably just FOMO into this one. This is let's go to the 8 hour. Okay, let's start at the 8 hour for Solana, and we're going to take away the EMAs and MAs. I don't just play those, fam. I play this was 6 hour, 8 hour. Okay, I play historic. I play candle shapes, right? So a green body flat shape candle like this that's got zero volatility means it's an insignificant bounce. I'm going to go ahead and add some words here. Get a little bounce here. Anyways, it's an insignificant bounce in my opinion. Okay, you got volatility kicking up in the 8 hour. Bitcoin doesn't look that great. After that dead cat bounce, we're just continuing down. Again, we're gonna have to watch that 40K area. I think for a scalp right now, I'm gonna short a couple things here. Inge my life. I think Inge probably looks pretty good. Yeah, Inge looks pretty good. This is the 8 hour, fam, right? 1 hour closing. I mean, they're trying to keep it alive, fam. And again, they haven't necessarily, people were like, well, they haven't broken structure. On Inge, they have. They broke structure right here. They broke it down. They threw a wick up there on this 8 hour and a minute left here. Bitcoin looks like shit. Inge, the stronger bounce, but it's not going to have any different fate than everything else if Bitcoin goes to 37.5. Certainly, we got to watch that reaction at 40K for all these alts and alt shorts. I gave some shorts last night at this area, believe it or not, on Inge and also Solana. They hit the TPs. We wanted to fill the wicks. So we took the trade last night at the close to fill the wicks. Solana got the wick. It was a double bottom on the 1 hour. Right? Look at this. It was a perfect play. Right? In fact, I said 92. I was very conservative with that TP. We shorted from 94.5 to 92. It was a very, very conservative, easy money, free money play, fam. You wanted to see this wick taken in Asia, and that's what happened in Asia session. So, but again, we're kind of coming to an end here. The consolidation's coming to a close. Look at, this is Solana. Let's look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is, again, the 4 hour, in my opinion, has broken structure here. This right here is already breaking down structure. Closing below this, that's a, if we're talking higher lows and, get rid of the macro meme line, but lower highs, this is kind of, that doesn't look good to me, really. You could call it here, whatever you want to call it. If you want to call this consolidation, this could be the consolidation. I'm not buying that. To me, this was the trend line. This was the meme line. I'm just not quite buying that on Solana. I think things are going to slowly bleed into the weekend. Right here. Right? Like that's what we lost. We got some powerful EMA moves and MAs coming up here. Let's see here. Got flag going on, right? If you're just talking about, we talked about this all week. It was kind of my argument on Solana and being done. Once this 50 crosses below that 200 EMA, can they save it? They certainly can, fam. We got, a couple dollars, $4 between Solana and or between the 200 Solana 200 EMA and the 4 hour and that 50 EMA. But this crosses down, it's over. It already looks like it's over to me. Personally, I just looking at bigger time frames, right? Like the daily's really ugly yesterday. Low volatility still. They're not pumping it, right? They're not pumping it. It's just a slow bleed, chop all the way down. Here's the 15-minute coming. The first couple minutes, it's red. Not the worst candle, believe it or not. But Bitcoin, it's not looking good right here. 15-minute, 2 minutes into this 15 minutes. So we'll see if it. See what happens here. This is ugly 5-minute right here on Coinbase. Be safe. Be safe. Obviously, don't. I was thinking about arguing this. I'm kind of a breakout trader. That's what I tell people. Dude, I'll just tell you what. If you're sitting here in front of the charts and you're using Teal Street like I am, it don't even matter what type of trader you are. The reality is if we're trending down, you see a dump, and you call it FOMOing into that dump. It's not realistically FOMOing into that dump. I'm watching the 1 minute chart on Solana, Inge, Bitcoin all day. I'm sitting there and I start seeing a dump. I see them lose the 5-minute 21 EMA and 50 MA and that to me is how you're just scalping the market, taking free moves. Again, last night I gave 2 trades to it was my premium group actually. I gave it to them. And it was a simple trade to fill the wicks on Solana and Inge. And Inge hit 35 and Solana was 92. Those were the first TPs. That was free money right there. Again, was it going to continue overnight? I don't know. I can't tell you that kind of things when I'm sleeping. But right now, it don't look good. Let's check out Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance getting a little bounce here. Okay. That's good. Right, that's good for alt shorts, getting a bounce on Bitcoin dominance. The daily has low volatility. I was checking out this earlier. Very low volatility on this daily Bitcoin dominance. But what else has low volatility here? It's Bitcoin. And when this Bitcoin historically 21 and 50 crosses, fam, and we're not talking about anything. Look, we're gonna just use this cross historically. And we could use it in big time frames right here. Right here, we crossed it, okay? We went up as high as the 50 MA without closing a daily above it. At which point, if you were in my Discord, we were short here, okay? Actually, we were short from here, okay? We were short from here, short here, and we rode this baby down. But But this was this cross, it's a bearish cross, fam. Okay. Bearish cross right here. Bearish cross right here. Daily. We're just talking about daily bearish cross right here. Daily bearish cross. Sorry, that's bullish. Here's the daily bearish cross FTX. Look at this one. Okay. Bearish cross. Look at that. Send. Look at that full send, fam. Okay. 42K to 17K. So we're not talking about no bullshit here, fam. This is a big trendsetter here. We're losing. Here's before the summer of 2021. Big trendsetter here, fam. Love Bitcoin. Watch that Bitcoin bet. Anyways, so you get this trend, right? You get this trend. We're losing that trend. You can see it right here. Can they save it? I don't know, man. These are touching. They're kissing at this point. You know, if you're talking about EMAs and MAs being laggers, you're already short here, right? Like us, we're already short here. We've been bearish since here. You could have shorted here live on stream when I shorted. Could have shorted here. You know, the reality is did you have to TP? Not after a massive wick like that. You didn't necessarily. I think that everything's coming down personally. Solana has that 8-hour sell on my system. Very clean 8-hour sell. No kick me up in the volatility here. I also see, I think it was the Bitcoin 12-hour has a nice clean level. Let's check that out. Bitcoin 12-hour, fam, has a really nice clean level. And that's kind of what I was thinking overnight, right? Is, you know, if you go over here, and the fact that if you look at this level on the 12-hour, and it's probably the 6-hour and it's probably the 3-hour, fam, because that's what the digits are on the 12-hour. You know, this may sound like Hakuna Matata to you, but you know, time frames are important, fam. Here's the 12-hour. Here's a 12-hour pivot. This is a really important 12-hour pivot, right? You know, we spent a little time down here, our first time below, and then we broke above. We spent a little time down here above, and then we spent all this time above it. We've spent all this time. We've clearly pivoted right here and closed above it then, okay? And we're talking the amount of times it was, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, okay? Pivot, okay? Had to get the pivot, right? This was us just getting the pivot, fam. This was taking that 12-hour pivot. All this time right here is just taking that 12-hour pivot. Because this right here is just a normal convergence of price. This is what's going to give you one of those point of controls that many people talk about. You can call it a point of control, whatever. I don't even need to pull up a VPR to tell you that this right here is an important level. Okay? At the end of the day, this was an important 12-hour close. We closed below it. Bitcoin looks, you know, it's compressing right now on that 12-hour. Really have to watch the reaction at the test of this 40K wick. Okay? We got to watch this reaction. Until then, alts are going to dump. They're going to dump lower. I personally think we're going to see probably $80 Solana before we see $100 Solana. And Solana right now is $92. The support is still holding the price at this price, Hydra. Certainly. My argument, again, was this is not this is just experience talking now, okay? We had a 1, 2, 3 on this line, okay? The market is like a bouncy ball, all right? When the market bounces, all right, even when it's at its lows, it has a spring. And that spring is essentially somebody throwing a bouncy ball off of a building. All right. Now, where that bouncy ball goes, whether it goes to new highs for Bitcoin, it goes to 49K for Bitcoin, that is the momentum. That is the trend. Okay. Once that bounce finishes, it's a bouncy ball. Okay. So essentially, the bounce gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And that is no different than each one of these demand zones that we saw, okay? We saw the spring. This was our spring, our initial spring. Here's our 1, 2, same momentum, okay? Here's our 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Same momentum right here that launched us. It was one, two, three bounces, really. You know, you had one here, you have one here, and these are just levels, fam, and then you have one here. That's what got us to 49K, essentially. Could have played those levels, very clean levels. And but now we've lost the bounce is getting smaller, fam, and we're losing momentum. So when we came down here and I was saying 40.6, I wanted to see the reaction at 40.6. I was saying this the whole time. All week, last week, after the ETF, I wanted to see the reaction at 40.6. I wanted to see a little bit lower. Okay, I didn't like this. Again, here's the bouncy ball, right? We're talking about, I knew this wasn't going to go that high. Just went up to resistance there at the 4 hour. It was 4 hour resistance. Regardless, so now we've gotten 1, 2, 3. This bounce is the third bounce on this line. This is where we started. This is where we're ending. Okay. So now we have obviously a really ugly looking 12 hour, low volatility. They're holding. Alts are puking. I want to see the reaction at this wick tested. All right. Because we've had one wick test here. We can react to this area. This is the zone. Okay. 40.2 basically. 40.197. What is the low here? 4181. So some type of reaction at 40.2, some type of reaction a little bit lower than that, maybe a wick past 40K, 39,990 or something like that. You know, nothing crazy. We're not talking about even $100 wick into 39K. And if there's that, I don't want to see 39.9 even touched, to be honest. I mean, I'm not knife catching. I'm not knife catching. I'll watch a reaction, hopefully between 40 and 40.2K. If I like the reaction, I'll long there. If I don't like the reaction, I'm not long in there. I'm simply going to look for more shorts and add to more shorts. We got a ways to go, fam. We got a ways to go. And we'll bounce, come down here and bounce between, you know, where would I say? You know, 34.6 to 37.5. So, you know, we'll see for right now. Let's see how Bitcoin's reacting right now. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, I would not trust any bounce right now, to be honest. Not trust any bounce until 40K. I would not trust any bounce till 40K. That's simply how I see it. And again, this is basic TA, fam. Okay, this is not anything complicated. Pivot, right? Pivot again. Have a pivot, initial pivot. I'm looking at that 4 hours. So 4 hour convergence of price. You know, you got basically a flag here. This is where, you know, kind of a point of control is made for this area. A pivot right here. There's the 12-hour pivot, and that's important. We close below it. We have 47 minutes left for this 4 hour. Oh. You just can't tell me this is too bullish. Open interest has rised. Rate has been significantly pumped. I'm going to be watching that. I think that's important. Because you don't want to see too many people shorts ape into this market. There's going to be some type of squeeze. If we're going to see some type of squeeze, okay, fam, again, it's going to be between 40 and 40.2K. And that's where we're going to certainly take some profits. If you're in those shorts still, the Solana and in short are still valid. I mean, from the highs, they're not at the highs anymore, fam. Nice. So I mean, that's how you go. That's how you have to play it, fam. How you have to play it. The volatility doesn't look good. It certainly does not look. 2 hours not that bad, I guess. Uh, you know what sucks? Okay, think about this, right? You know what sucks is the big institutions, they're not gonna want the ETF to go crash too much. But I don't think they really care because at the end of the day, the fees are the fees, right? Um, an ETF is fee based, okay? And because an ETF is fee based, it's not like commission based. They simply make a flat fee on selling this shit, fam. It's like selling structured notes. It's the same type of shit. And they don't care what the price is. So if you're buying something, they want it to perform well over time, but they don't care what the price is right now. So my theory is they're gonna have the crash. They're gonna crash this shit, and then that's it. They'll crash this shit, and there'll be a slow, nice, steady incline at that point. Yeah, Kathy Woods will go down in history as one of the worst fund managers of all time. She will go down as one of the worst fund managers of all time. Let me just tell you something, fam. There's nothing innovative about losing money. There's nothing innovative about losing money. So if you're Kathy Woods and you're trying to say, I'm investing in innovation for my ETFs and for my family and so blah, 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 I hate to tell you, innovation or losing money ain't innovation, fam. Okay? It's not. I could simply go buy my NVIDIAs and my AMDs myself and make more money than simply investing in some crazy, like right now. Okay. We'll go on a little tangent. We're just watching the market anyways. Go on a little tangent here. ARK ETF. So right now, let's talk about yeah, ARK ETF. There we go, ARK fund. All right, let's talk about what it owns. I don't care about that. Management fees 0.75%. Unfucking real, dude. I should just like 6 months is not good. All right, top 10 holdings. All right, top 10 holdings. She's got Coinbase. I'm not going to show this on stream because I'm not trying to get rectified here by a billionaire. She's got Coinbase, Tesla, Roku, Zoom, Block, Twilio, CRISPR Therapeutics, Roblox. I actually love the Roblox play. Unity Software. I kind of like those last two. I'm not going to lie. I like the last two. I like Coinbase. I like Coinbase after this dip. I'm not a big fan of Tesla at these prices. We could talk about that if you guys ever wanted to. I can go over the stocks any day, fam. But I really like Roblox. I like those last two. Gaming, software. All right, here we go. We got a little squeeze going, fam. Woo! Get that squeeze, baby. All right, hold on. We're gonna pull up some music here. it's kind of an exciting Friday. Let's check out some setups, fam. Let's go through them. Yesterday, if you were here, somebody asked me how they liked Dogecoin. Okay? Somebody asked me how they liked Dogecoin. And we simply... This isn't the right chart. Go. That was a previous swing long from a month and a half ago on that chart. And we took a FOMO trade here. Okay? Somebody asked me. I said short it. And it hit the TP, fam. To the dollar here, and even more so. Look at that shit, dude. Okay? So we gotta go through all the updates, fam. Alright, we went through the Filecoin trade, which was not a good trade, fam. Oh no. It was not a good trade. It was a tight stop though, fam. You know, 1.4%. Didn't lose that much on it. If you're in the Discord though, we closed it early. So you didn't even lose 1.4%. But if you're not in the Discord, I'm very sorry that you lost 1.4% on this one. If you had taken the Dogecoin and the Filecoin, you're up. Okay, those were really the only two trades given yesterday. Let's find some setups, fam. I'm gonna check out some Chezzy. 1 hour bullish divergence possible. Kind of like that. I think at this point you're looking for some crosses on the 5 minute, right? And nothing there on Chezzy. Let's look at some coins with some strengths. Some strength. Link. Oh my goodness, fam. I might take that short. Oh, I might take that short. What? I don't know if I trust this bounce yet on Bitcoin. Fly with you. Oh, fam, I'm telling you right now, this just looks good. This just looks good. Fly with you, oh girl. We're gonna rip that link short right here. I'm gonna rip that shit. 10 minute. I don't want that to cross. I want to see a little push higher. I think we're gonna take that link short, fam. Definitely gonna take that link short. I've never even if it given. It's gotta go a little higher though. I mean, that's come on, Bitcoin. Cooperate, bud. It's kind of shitty. Come on, get a little higher. Link's got some strength. Be honest, this could be done sooner. I want to see a little bit. I would love to see a golden pocket push, but this is still let's see it here. Gotta pull up a Bitcoin chart while I'm doing this. Just crazy. I don't think we're gonna get that fill. They're failing to cross this 1 minute. This 10 minutes gonna collapse. I'm just debating whether we FOMO it right here. I mean, it's not really, again, I wouldn't call it a FOMO. It's 10-minute cross is pretty significant. We're gonna wait a little bit on this one. Got some time to, this is I mean, look at the Bitcoin 1 minute. It's just not. I'm not gonna FOMO into that. If it fills, it fills. 15:45. We'll watch this. I don't think it's gonna. It's already too late for this shit, dude.
Dreams feel real while we're in them. It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange.
Link open interest and has just skyrocketed.
Everyone has dreams.
They're gonna nuke this thing. They're gonna nuke this thing.
It's interesting to understand the meaning of your dreams and the significance of them. I've always wanted to know why we have the dreams that we do, what they mean.
Damn. Too late on that link one, fam. Too late. We're gonna have to just ignore that. It's that would have been a great setup had it given. I don't think it's gonna give. I don't like that setup anymore. This is bounceless right now. The trade on link was look, this 5-minute cross. Right, you got tight here, get the rejection here. As soon as you get that rejection here, with this, right at that point, use a little historical volatility. Probably got a little compression into this candle. Hot, compression. Historical volatility didn't really help. But either way, 5-minute cross, that was a play. Not even getting close to retesting the golden pocket here. That would have been a nice short, but it's not going to play that. That's not going to play currently right now. The market is not looking good. God, I think I had a short from 102 if I had just waited 18 hours longer. 18 hours longer. Market's gonna shit the bed right now. Send it. Yeah. I would argue it's over. It's over for a while. At least 8 to 10 months, fam. 100% it's over. Stop, he's already dead. Who's already dead? Is the S&P at the top? Let's talk about that. I'm glad you asked that. What do I think about the S&P? I'll tell you what I think about the S&P. You know, I'm not like I'm a very well-versed person, fam, okay? Let's just put it that way. I'm not. There we go.
Dreams are a form of fulfilling hidden wishes.
All right, this is what I think about the S&P.
Is a visionary fantasy experienced.
We closed the monthly underneath it. We got very low volatility right now. Going over it, I think it's this is a range, you know, for right now. I think it's not a bad range. If I were to cut the range, or make a range for you here, I'd simply do it right here.
Extrasensory awareness from paranormal resources.
And really like 40. It's like right there. It's the 2-week level, fam. I'm looking for here. That's good right there. So regardless, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. Make this a little bit bigger top. Kind of give yourself some space here, and that's kind of how I see it. It's a really clean range. Personally, yo, thank you for that follow, Nix. Appreciate you. But here's the S&P, right? Like it's pretty clean range to me. Here's a pivot. We pivoted off of it. I was not even bearish at that 4,100, to be honest. I do think that we have, you know, a little bit of room to go up. We could definitely go to 5K. You know, we're going to be cautiously optimistic here at the top. You know, we are breaching the highs, whatever you want to call it. But S&P is kind of the main one you want to look at. You want to look at Dow Jones as well. Dow Jones doesn't look that bad for right now. It's kind of got a spinning top, but like at the same time, it's got an unfinished 2-week here. Oh, this is the... Yeah, it's got an unfinished 2-week here. 7 days left on this 2-week. Yeah, let's go here to the monthly. The monthly, you know, it's fine, right? It's fine. It's how you look at what it could be, right? This is people. It amazes me how people forget to look at things like this. Here's the Dow Jones monthly. All right, we're at resistance. It's just a simple downtrend, to be honest, on RSI, with another, what do you know, possible bearish divergence. So they'll be fighting this for the next 12 days on the monthly. But personally, this bearish divergence doesn't make me confident unless we close this green and we can see some chadness in the next 12 days. Can the Dow Jones go up, chad, you know, another 1,000 points in the next you know, 12 days? It certainly can. I hope it does, but yeah, that's how I see the markets, the current markets right now. S&P is in kind of a bigger range, a little bit better monthly, but didn't even close over the previous monthly there. I don't know. Bitcoin don't want to stop right now, by the way. You guys aren't paying attention. Here's the 1 minute. It's just crazy. But you know, Nasdaq's tech heavy, compressing up on the monthly. Huh. The Nasdaq looks good, to be honest. This is the 2 week, right? That's a pretty clean little we got 7 days left, but that I like that. Definitely like that. Let's go back to Bitcoin here. Let's check out the Bitcoin weekly. Probably gonna get pretty nasty, huh? Are they gonna try to print 4-hour bullish div? That's the question, right? It's such puny bullish divergence, fam. This is good bullish divergence if it even printed that, but this is not. I wouldn't even call that 4-hour bullish divergence. Let's check out the RSI on 1 hour. Yeah, we got some room to drop there. Things are about to nuke, fam. Even more so. It looks really bad. Getting 24 minutes from this 8-hour close, fam. Hey, what's up, Dan? VJ? We're just talking about the bouncy ball. A really clean look. I mean, it's going to be... Petite. You know what was strong a few days ago? Solana was strong a few days ago. You know what was strong before that? Inge was strong before that. They're just distributing. They're just it's distribution, fam. That's it. Oh man, this is so funny. It's so funny. Like, it's just funny to me because there's people that actually thought it was going to go to like 60, 80K. Nice. Yeah, me too. I printed well yesterday on Sol. Printed well yesterday on Sol. I'm like, I don't have anything today. I haven't really made any money today. Or lost money. kind of just waiting for direction. I think it's gonna be it just looks so bad. I'd like this to end before the weekend, right? Like, I'd like for us to bounce the 40K before the weekend. That would be really nice, you know? If we could get this before the weekend, in my opinion. And you know, let's put that a little lower. It's like that 40K I told you. And then we can head into the weekend like here. I think I'd be much happier with that scenario. But for right now, I don't think we're gonna see that. The 4 hours pretty heavy here on Bitcoin. I wouldn't play this puny bullish divergence in that point. Because it's not really bullish divergence. We don't have enough time here to print a bullish divergence for 4 hour. But you know, maybe like the hourly will. Yeah, the hourly is not going to print it either. We gotta go lower. We gotta close this lower. They should just let it close at 40.4 in the next 19 minutes and then pump it. That's what they should do. How's the heat map looking for Bitcoin? You know, the heat map for Bitcoin doesn't work that well. I don't know why. I don't know why. I wouldn't say it doesn't work well, but it's manipulated. It's manipulated. It looks like to me. Like, so if Barry's just selling, he's not putting limits, right? That heat maps. Oh, actually, you know what? OBL 101, dude. Good call on the heat map, bro. Good call on the heat map. In the last 4 hours. Whoa. What happened? There we go. The last 4 hours, we got like a really. Oh, I zoomed in too much. Clean 146, 130. I mean, these are the limits, right? Spot 146 there. They have no bids this low, but they have. See, they kind of wall it off at every 5,000. $40K is an area of interest, though, for sure, right? Look at that. They got less there than here. For right now, we'll see. We got to watch that reaction right there. 40K. I said it. That means alts are going much lower. Like, if you look at like Solana. Let's look at Solana real quick. The 1 minute. Until they cross even this 1 minute, we don't even have a chance. Volatility kicking up. 8 hour looks like shit. Engulfing. Jesus. I wonder how the counter trader's doing, fam. That's what I wonder. I'm worried about him. The counter trader in the Discord. I'm certainly worried. He might need some donations, fam. For logging the monthly breakout. Yo, Nix. Any update on Inge? Still a good short from here. Feel like it's holding a little well. So, I'm glad you asked that, Nix. But right here, there's a 40K kind of wall. I wouldn't call it that big, but it's pretty big for Bitcoin. It's about 144. Looks like 144 Bitcoin bid there. So I'd just be careful with longing or shorting alts at this point. We could see a bounce going into the weekend. Forgot about that. Let's go to Inge real quick. Here's the 8 hour. Okay, great question. Great question. Here's the 8 hour closing in 15 minutes. I would say that Inge is a beautiful short below 35.80. In fact, it's not just a beautiful short below 35.80 because of that, but it's a beautiful short when we lose this monthly open. You know what I'm saying? Like lose that monthly open. That's what we're sitting on right now. You know, we're just channeling down. This is nothing very high volatility on the 1 hour. You get that, wait for that 8 hour close here in just 15 minutes, and 35.80, 35.99, excuse me, would be a great level if we lost it. And speaking of that, I forgot about an important level on Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, Solana. So let's talk about that real quick. But this is a important 4 hour close here, fam, for Solana, and I'll show you why. All right, this is a nice pivot. So you notice how Bitcoin lost its pivot, right? We were talking about the retest on that 12 hour. This is a nice pivot though for Solana, right? You see this kind of order block, this 4 hour order block here. It's clearly support right here. Support, you know, bring this a little bit more. Go, keep these in the box, right? But support. Here's the 4 hour close, right? Here's the 4 hour close on Solana. It's gonna have to go lower, right? And here is 1, 2, 3. Clearly 1, 2, 3. I also argued this. I loved this structure. We all talked about it, right? We loved this structure. Personally, these wicks here, like 50, it was at $55. We had this kind of similar wicks, but I argued, bam, it didn't look real to me. And of course it wasn't real. And now you can see kind of us, you know, it's going to drop pretty heavy, or pretty quickly, pretty, fast. Like, you know, this is not going to take very long. I think this is going to be, it's fine. I think it's going to drop pretty quickly here, especially after this 4 hour close. Yeah, so there's Solana kind of doing the same thing as Inch. I would say any close below that 4150, it's over. Or sorry, not 4150, 9150. Excuse me. Yeah. So 9153 is the level for Solana to save. 13 minutes. That would be a confirmation right there, in my opinion, that it's I think anything below 92 is going to look really good. Tell you what though, if you're gonna you should look into Bookmap. You'll be amazed. Yeah, Radium, I appreciate that. Do you by any chance use Bookmap? I used to use Bookmap. I used to use exo charts and stuff. Some of them I found useful, some of them I didn't. I'm just trying Trading Light for this month. I'm gonna also do Kingfisher next month. I'm just trying different shit. I don't know if I'll use it, you know? That's the problem. Like, you gotta find it useful and then use it. Sure. Another thing is, if you're gonna jump into a trade before a 4 hour close, I would never recommend it, just because you've never seen like a look. They might save this. You've never seen like a wickless 1 hour or 4 hour, fam. There's always moves coming at the end of an hourly close, a 4 hour close, or at the beginning of a new 4 hour close. Like, they'll pump and then dump, or they'll dump, then pump, then dump. You know, it's you gotta be smart about this. Check the 1 hour candles like you've never seen a 1 hour. They're pulling it back now. Bitcoin 4 hour. This is the future, fam. This little backlash. This is the future of trading. Um, this is the future of trading post ETF. Trader Samwise, the founder of Teal Street, he was one of the people that even said it, called it. Gotta go. Enjoy knowledge inputs, chaps. Oh, Petit, you have a great day. I'll check out. I mean, like I'll check out Bookmap again and see if anything's changed. But I didn't use it. I used to use all kinds of stuff. $10 fam to that 4-hour close. Pretty ugly here. Fam, we're gonna leave at that 4-hour close. I'm gonna call it at the end just because it's Friday, and I'm gonna chill today. Have a good day. I'm not sure if I'm gonna trade this too much. It's chopping down though. I'll tell you that. It's definitely chopping down. Woo. Dead cat bounces are for shorting, fam. This 4-hour close is gonna be really important. Look at Inch. This is what I'm talking about. Inch. Saving the level. Oh, it's not. Excuse me. 4-hour looks okay though. I wouldn't trust that though. Look at that nasty. That's not a. This is a Darth Maul 4-hour. We talk about that. The candle shapes. This is a nasty 4-hour on Inch. This is not even. This is just begun for Inch. The 8-hour says it all. It's 2 4-hours put together. This says it all to me. 8 minutes, fam. 8 minutes. 8 minutes to that 4-hour close. I'm expecting $80 on Solana sooner than later. I'm expecting $32 on Inge, probably lower. If you just look at where everything is in time, right? Here's the 3-day 21 EMA, right? The 3-day 21 EMA. You look at where Bitcoin is. Well, Bitcoin's, having a tough time at the 3-day 21 EMA. And the fact that like alts like Inch, Solana hasn't even tested this, $83. Alts are lagging Bitcoin, just like they lag Bitcoin on the way up. They lag Bitcoin on the way down. And let me tell you, you think it's not going to be a good short? You're from here. You're mistaken. I think we have a long way to drop. I'd like to see the main base tested right here. Over a long period of time, right? We're gonna fill this. We'll fill this up a little bit here. This will get filled. Okay, this will certainly get. All right, so long term, it's gonna be something like for Solana, it'll be something like boom, 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 boom. Boom. Just like that. That's probably exactly what's going to happen too. That's probably exactly what this is. You guys got to realize how optimistic this is. This is in a non-Black Swan World War III scenario. Okay? So this is optimistic Solana. All right? And Inge would be, Inge has a really big base here. and this will probably get tested more than, but I'm buying, you know, at all-time high level. Basically, oh, right here. That's the inch play. Okay. We'll backfill this probably. We're gonna just bloop, $9, something like that. But this is the start buying some inch zone. You know, $20. Got our Solana play, right? Solana is gonna be certainly. I'm not gonna buy even at 60, but you know, you might want to buy at 60 if you don't believe in my TA. You might, maybe you're buying a little bit sooner, but this zone will get hit. Yeah, I mean, like we got a lot of great opportunities, fam, out there. This would be pretty low. You know, this is a non-doomsday scenario, but probably a little bit lower here. Yeah, that's pretty good for ARB. That's actually really good. I like that level. That is a beautiful. That's where ARB's going. Long term. We're talking about long-term bottoms here, fam. You know, let's talk about Tia. Tia's certainly done. Don't think it's not. You know. Let's talk about like buying and buy zone. Certainly is going to be that 9 to. We'll get it at half price, right? We'll get it at half price at the highs. So like $9-10 Tia. Alts are dumping right now. It seems like in the close. I don't know how Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's doing okay. Yeah, Bitcoin's doing okay. Somebody just keeps hitting that red button though, fam. I'll tell you that. Somebody just keeps hitting that red button. It's gonna snow here today, fam. It's gonna snow some more, and it's been freezing my ass off temperatures, and I'm so sick of it, dude. I miss Cali. Miss California. It's been fucking brutal here. Ugh. Anybody got some call outs on some charts, some assets? I went over this at S&P today, NASDAQ. It's been a good day. It's been a good stream, I feel like. Went over a lot of good stuff. Kind of like, you know, the future moves. I think it's important to talk about the future moves. DAX, please. Got some DAX. Is it DAX E? All right, you gotta give me. That's DEX. Oh, DAX. I don't. Where is this DAX? Is this some random shitcoin petite or blind? German index, you know. Oh, duh. Fucking. Bro, dude. So bad. Not crypto. This isn't the DAX. It's the DAX futures. There we go. I don't want the futures. There we go. Distribution? No, I mean, it could be a bull flag. Certainly could be a bull flag. I mean, I'll tell you what, they're running out of time to flip that into a bull flag, though. They're running out of time. Look at this. 21 EMA, 50 EMA, daily cross. We're talking about that. When that shit gets tight and they aren't moving up, it's too late. But, I mean, honestly, the first look is a bull flag. Are they going to war? We'll check Inch here in a second, Nix. It's lower than that. It's going to be fine, Nix. It's going to be fine. I would short the first pump after the 4-hour close in 1 minute. There's going to be a pump, then they'll go down. It may not go very high, but it's just definitely going to close below that level. I can already see it. It's at 34. It's not looking good. Yeah, for sure. Everything's going to dump hard. Everything's going to dump hard. Inge might see a reaction at 32.33. That's what the heat map says. That's what the heat map says. War would not surprise me. I mean, they are next to Russia. And it's the Germans. Yeah, I mean, I see a bull flag here. I mean, it's got a little bit of time left. I see 3 or 4 days left. We'll see. You know, made some new highs here. A pretty big breach of the highs here too, I'd say. This is you know, it tapped the zone. Now can it finish the move? That's really the question. Volatility's low on today. Yeah, you know, buck 49 left. I think this could pop. I definitely think the German index could pop. Let's talk about Metis. All right, Metis. Metis, is this another one of your shit coins? No, it's not. Okay. It's not. It's a KuCoiner. Metis, great top. 100% looks like a top. You know, failed. This is a swing failure pattern on the daily. Gotta love this. Really great setup here. Swing failure pattern. Break down into the range, you know, and it's gonna be like just like that. If you're lucky, you'll get this. This is probably not even a bad area to. This is probably not even a bad area. The way, let me see this 4-hour. Oh yeah, look at that 4-hour. I mean, come on, dude. This is, look at this. Where's the range lows? I want to see range lows. 71's coming on Metis. This is a great play. Fucking congrats for Human with the fucking play of the day, dude. Let's just put it above our wicks here. This is the range. This is a really clean range, fam. And then go lows. I mean, you could FOMO into this or whatever you want to call it, but probably gonna go like that. It's a little retracement here, and that's a great short. Range lows is coming on that one. Range lows is coming. All right, let's go to Inge. All right, so 4-hour. Let's see if the 4-hour. I would have loved it. Yeah, 4-hour breached. We're good. You're good to go. 4-hour breached. There ain't no. I ain't trusting no fucking bullish divergence, dude, on that 4-hour. Look at that 8-hour. Well, actually, don't love the kick up in volatility on the 8-hour. See where this. See how Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's got a pivot, but it looks like a pivot down. This is hot volatility here. It looks bearish. I mean, let's be real. This is same thing with Inge. Inge is couldn't even hold the 4-hour level. Certainly, that's not a good 8-hour. We got a little kick up in volatility. We're gonna see a little bounce here, I'm guessing. Maybe a little bounce on Inge, maybe a little bounce across the board. Bitcoin as well. Yeah. Still want to see that 40 to 40.2 reaction. 40K reaction, fam. Anyways, mad love. Appreciate you. What up, Awooks? I'm gonna call him the stream, but I was just saying how we'll probably see a bounce and then close lower. I'm assuming we'll see a little bounce here, maybe 92, maybe a little squeeze. I don't know how big this bounce is gonna be, but I don't expect it to be too big. The invalidation is a 4-hour close over 41.7 on Bitcoin. A 4-hour close over 41.7 on Bitcoin would be the the invalidation for shorts. Shorts across the board look really I mean, alts across the board look really bad. Clearly this is a level that marked 9150. I said it yesterday in the Discord. If Solana loses 9150, we're definitely going to 80. 80 is next, fam. It's 100% happening. It's going to be probably maybe 92 then 80, but it's Inge is in, you know, again, Inge is having a little bounce here, but it's already downtrending. Look at the 3-day, fam, and it friggin' engulfed. It engulfed. This is a slow bleed. You can just don't get shaken out. That's 1 hour's got a dead cat. That's how I see it, fam. Mad love. I appreciate all you. Have a good weekend. Look out Sunday. I'll be dropping my 100-second weekly updates on top 10. That's what I'm gonna do. A top 10 every week. So I'll be doing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, top 10 in my book. Inge, Arb, Aptos. We're gonna do all kinds of shit. Tia. We're gonna do the winners, fam. We're gonna do the winners. Top 10 my list, not the top 10 crypto market cap. So look out for those. Drop those Sunday. Mad love, fam. I appreciate all you. Stay safe out there. Stay safe. It's a downtrend. Short bounces, short squeezes. Again, you got your invalidations. On Bitcoin, it's 41.7 4-hour. But right now, Bitcoin's gonna go to 40K. 40.2. Watch the reaction there. That would be a long for me. Bitcoin, with a really tight stop loss at 39.9. Any lower than 39.9, we're gonna be certainly seeing 37.5 sooner than later. But the long for Bitcoin at 40K is really just a scalp. It's not even gonna be anything crazy. It's a long into the weekend, but right now we have no bounce. We don't have a bounce. 1 hour compression. We still have no bounce. Here's the 1 hour. Here's the 1 hour. There is no this is too small amount of time to call this bullish divergence, so I'm not going to call that bullish divergence. It's just room to go further down.